Hello, Miss Steele here. I'm here at the bottom and I'm recording what I'm doing with my hands. So this week we are talking about shapes and lines. We're going to focus on lines for this project. And we are going to make our own crazy hair with line self-portraits. Here's one I have that's already been colored in. Here's one that has not. So for this project, you're going to want a white piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, definitely our art tool basics. You want a darker marker, preferably black. Here's my black marker. And as well something to color in with. So I have crowns for this. I'm going to set that aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our pencil. And towards the bottom of our paper, we're going to draw a really big U. And this is going to become our face. So right towards the bottom, I drew a really big U, and that is going to be the start of our face. I'm going to draw two lines, straight lines on the side for our neck. So what we're going to draw first is our eyes, and we're going to do it kind of towards the middle of our face. You can draw them as a circle, but what I like to do is I like to draw one curved line, and then another curved line like that. Almost like a shape of a lemon. The more you practice it, kind of the easier it becomes. So I drew a curved line, and then a curved line, and then I did that again. On the inside, I'm going to draw a circle for the inside of my eye, like that. And then I like to add two little circles too, just as like little details. You can decide now if you want to add eyelashes or not. I have eyelashes on this one, but I didn't add eyelashes on that one. So it's kind of up to you. If you want, you can add your eyebrows now. You can add them using just straight lines. I like to just draw some straight lines just right next to each other like that. If you want to have bigger eyebrows, you can go back and add more straight lines like that. Right next to our eyes, we're going to add our ears. So I kind of look at where the corner of my eye is, and then I draw a round curved line for my ear. And then a round curved line for my ear. I like to go inside and add a little swirl, just as a detail for my ear, like that. For my nose, I like to draw in between my eyes, going a little bit further down, kind of towards the bottom of my ears. I like to draw a little upside down U like that. And then underneath that, I draw a 3 on its side, so like this. And just like that, we have a nose. Underneath our nose is where we can add our mouth. You can decide what kind of mouth you want to add. Maybe you're smiling. Maybe your mouth is open and you're smiling like that. And you can add teeth. Maybe you want to add your tongue sticking out. That's kind of crazy too. You can do that as well. You can also decide if you have glasses, if you want to add glasses or not. I think I'm going to add glasses. So around my eyes, I'm going to add some squares, and then a straight line to my ear. I guess these are more rectangles than squares to fit in my eyes. And then I'll draw this connecting them. So now we have our face. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all different styles of lines around the outside. I want you to try at least 5 different styles of lines. You can also decide if you want to add bangs or not. So if you want to add bangs, you could just draw 2 lines like that. And you could add some bangs. I think I'm not going to add bangs. I'm going to erase this. And now I'm going to start trying to draw some different styles of lines. I'm seeing if I can find where I drew all my lines. Oh, right here. I have all different kinds of lines on here. Lines are an art tool basic, and there's a lot of different things you can do with them. There are seriously so many different styles of lines. Anything that stretches can kind of be considered a line, anything that's continuous. I have straight, dash, dotted, wavy, zigzag, swirly, kind of a castle style. This one I did a bunch of swirls next to each other. This one I did bumps. This one I almost tried to make look like waves. And this one, it's almost like my zigzag, but I went towards the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right in here. And I'm going to add a few straight lines coming out. If your hair is long, you can go off your paper. If your hair is shorter, you can just stop whenever you get a few inches out. I think I'm going to do this hair shorter. So after I've added a few straight lines, I'm going to decide what style I want to do next. I want you to try 5 different styles of lines, but I think I'm going to try to fit in more for mine. So I have my straight lines. Next, I think I'm going to do some zigzags. So now we're at 2 different kinds of lines. And I'm kind of going off my paper a little bit just because there's more space here than there is here. Underneath, I think I'm going to do some swirly lines. So now we're at 3. I think I can fit in one right here. Right here, I think I'm going to do some bumpy lines. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different kinds of lines. I think right here, I'm going to do, not zigzag again, but wavy instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, now I'm on my 5th different style. So you could repeat some other lines you've used if you want, but I think I'm going to keep going with different styles of lines. I think I'm going to add in some swirly curly lines like that. And if you see, I'm just going all around the head, almost like the hair sticking straight up and going out like crazy. Over here, I think I might add maybe some lines that look like waves. And then maybe some castle lines here at the bottom. Like that. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different kinds of lines, and you only need 5. After you get done drawing it in pencil, you would go back with your marker and carefully trace over all of your pencil lines, just like this. Just so they can stand out, and because we're going to color on top of it, this helps it to where we can still see all of those pretty lines that we drew. And of course, you would start outlining your face. As I outline, I like to go back, and if you can see there's some pencil lines hanging out, it makes your artwork look a lot cleaner if you go back and erase some of those pencil lines so they're not hanging out. And I hold down my paper while I'm erasing just so it doesn't move. And then I erase with my other hand. And then I move all of that off so you can see I did that. I have one right here that I have finished outlining. There are some spaces where I need to go back and erase, but this is what it'll kind of look like whenever you get it all outlined, depending on how you did your face. Obviously, I have eyelashes on this one, not on this one. I have shorter hair, thicker eyebrows. Once you get everything outlined, what you're going to do is in each different section of lines, you're going to color it using different colors. So you don't want everything to be the same. You want all of your different lines to stand out because you created all these beautiful lines. So you would color each section of your lines a different color, or using the same colors, but like I used oranges and reds and then purples, But you want each of your sections of lines to stand out. So each section you want to color a little bit differently. And yours will look something like this at the end. I cannot wait to see how your projects come out. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon. Bye, you guys.